It's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. Mexico City Diablos taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Mexico City Diablos. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our... Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Jacksonville. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's
on 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
Well, we've hit that bittersweet week of the NFL season, haven't we? The last week of the regular season, week 17. Come on, Brandon. Can he win the MVP? Can he do it here in this last game?
Well, he's got to make a strong impression here in the final week. It's an interesting race. My MVP ballot is at the top of my email right now, and I'm not voting until we've seen all the games here today.
I like that. I respect a man that waits until the season is over, doesn't turn it in early. I think if he has a big game here and gets a little bit of help, maybe other guys don't play as well, he's got a great shot.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 83 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up
now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
a gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Jaguars' 34-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right to kind of play it into their hands. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 10-yard line.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 1.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
What he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that drive spans 13 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that get deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This is Brown. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
There'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
35-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, this team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal Within the playoffs.
2nd and 3. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
24-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Jaguars nothing.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
17. Jaguars nothing.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
They go with Brown. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now a dump off here complete, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An effective 10 yards there takes us back to 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And they give this time to the tailback. And some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And he slings one that's incomplete. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Sets up a 3rd down and 18.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead now increases to 20-0.
20. Jaguars nothing.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
1st and 10 at their own 25 25-yard line.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for it here as we sit in the second quarter. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Oh, nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On third down, and he is going to have a Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Just a pickup of 3, but that is indeed enough.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 11.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And his kick here is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17.
Jaguars 3.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how's he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The kicker here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Taken down and sacked.
He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Let's take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. It is the final weekend of the regular season, final day of the calendar year as well. A lot of action to update you on, so let's get right to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the Titans with the lead in the 2nd quarter of play. The Titans still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Black Knights seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucks at home in Tampa. And that one all even as they play the visiting Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
Complete to number 14.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. This offense number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
They need stops to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And he'll give it here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 31. Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Number 22.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And they'll send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Brown. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Jacksonville.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Brown, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do give 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second.
And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 20.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. That time a 9-play drive.
27. Jaguars 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10.
Ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And that'll increase their lead to 28. A drive that time of 6 plays.
The Outlaws 34, Jaguars 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season, as this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups. And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And the throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First down.
They'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Looks right. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Number remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off about the 31. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That grab another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 903, Wes Welker.
Rarefied air. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And his kick is indeed good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
44. Jaguars 6.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
A loss of 16 yards. It's second down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Throw's going to be incomplete. The Jaguars on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be third and forever. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. All right, Charles Davis, what do we make of these numbers and what's happened to the big tight end here?
Well, I think a lot of times we talk so much about adjustments and what you're going to do at halftime that maybe we miss what actually goes on. Because the sense is that, oh, they go in at the half, they just change everything. That's not really true. The Super Bowl winning quarterback out of New York always used to say, you've worked all week on a game plan. There's a reason you have it. Just either play it better or make subtle tweaks to it. Otherwise, there's no sense even going into a ball game. A lot of times that's what they do. Just find a little subtle thing, one little change, and maybe it can make things a little bit better.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say, and he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
The beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
First down and 10.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And you've got to imagine the celebration is already well underway. Smiles on that sideline. Still a little time left, but 16-0 appears to almost be a certainty now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
41-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there. 57 yards. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it third and goal.
It's not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now it's off to the airport for a date with Customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, this loss will be the capper to a dismal 4-12 campaign. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way.